My dear student, today we shall continue with the chapter 6, that is about the rocks. Now today I discuss that what are the characteristics or the features of sedimentary rocks. In the last class I already discussed about the different types of the sedimentary rocks according to the agents of their transport. What are the sedimentary rocks? Now today we have to discuss about their characteristics. So what is the first one? The sedimentary rocks are the comparatively softer than the igneous rocks. That the strength or the duration of the sedimentary rocks is very soft than the igneous rocks. Okay, soft in nature. The second one is these rocks have the layers, as we discussed before only, that sedimentary rocks are stored in a layer wise. So these rocks, they have the layer also. Third is the raw materials for the sedimentary rocks is derived from the older rocks, plants, animals, remains, and those are the materials are made, or those are the materials are used to make the sedimentary rocks. What are the things? The things are like the sand, silt, alluvial soil, plant, animals, their substance. They are merged and they form, or they deposit and they form these sedimentary rocks. Now the next is the sedimentary rocks are found over the largest surface area, or the 75% of the earth's surface. And most of the area in our earth's surface is made up by the sedimentary type of rocks. Almost 75% of our world that made up by the 75% is by the sedimentary rocks. And these rocks have been mostly formed underwater and the cracks or the vapors in the waves. And most of them, these are the rocks are formed by through the river depositional process, either glacial depositional process or the wind depositional. This type of the sedimentary rocks are being formed, and that is a very useful rocks for our world also. Now the next, the composition of the sedimentary rocks are depend on the elements or the rock forming minerals. Now what are the composition, what are the things or the substance we should use for the sedimentary rocks? That is depend on which area it being formed. Suppose it made in the river basin or the river basin area, generally they deposit sand, silt region. Either it made into those are the sea or the oceans region. That time those are the marine, those are marine animals, their dead bodies, or the different marine plants or the aquatic plant, their body will be deposited. So by this way the sedimentary rocks are formed. And the last is the sedimentary rocks not are crystalline in form. They are the batholiths, lapoliths. These are the different parts that made by through the sedimentary rocks. So these all are the characteristics of the sedimentary rocks. So you have to understand it. I hope you have to understand. Again I repeat it, that the sedimentary rocks are the soft in nature than the igneous rocks. Second one is sedimentary rocks are made by through the layer wise. What? Sedimentary rocks are made by through the layer wise, according to the layer it being made. The third is the sedimentary rocks are made by the composition of the plants, animals, and those are seal. These are the substance also being used to deposition of the sedimentary type of rock. And the fourth is the almost in our world 75% area it being covered by through the sedimentary type of rock. And the last is these have been the mostly it formed by the underwater region. Sedimentary rocks are mostly found in the inside the water body, and their composition is being different that where it being made. Suppose the sedimentary rock can be formed due to the river depositional process, glacial depositional process, and the wind depositional process also. Now if it made the beside the river, that time it used the sand, silt, alluvial soil. Either it made this type of sedimentary rocks are made in those are the area or the beside the mountain or beside the sea or ocean. That time those are marine animals, their dead bodies, and the plants they deposit on the region. So by this way the sedimentary rocks are formed during these different types. So from here that or at least any 5 characteristics that you have to be learned from the sedimentary rocks. Okay, now see the next one, that is about the carbonaceous rocks. That from the name only you have to understand, carbonaceous means the amount of carbon in which type of sedimentary rocks the amount of carbon is present in a more amount. This type of rocks is known as the carbonaceous rocks. Now what is the carbonaceous rocks? That is the install the peat later that convert into the lignite, bituminous, anthracite. This type of coal, different varieties of coal that is found in which type of sedimentary rock, that is called the carbonaceous rocks. Or in one word you have to understand that those are the sedimentary rocks that contain more amount of carbon on it. This type of the sedimentary rocks are known as the carbonaceous rocks. Do you understand that? So these type rocks, they are found the anthracite, bituminous, lignite, peat. This type the coal are the fattest type of coal it being found on that region. Now the next is those are deposits that form in the shallow seas or the lakes also. And those are the calcareous rocks. What are the calcareous rocks? That's the last one. That the calcareous rocks that form due to the depositional process or the skeleton remains of the animal plant, they contain in a more amount. So these are the calcareous rocks are formed in the river bed area that all the different type of sediments like the plant, animal body or the different skeleton, when they mud and form their body, which type of rocks it form, that is called the calcareous rocks. Okay, so I hope you have to understand it. Now what are the characteristics about the carbonaceous rocks, about the calcareous rocks. So these three are very important from this portion. So once you read properly, you can understand it. And the others, the remaining portion about the metamorphic rocks, that we have to discuss in my next class. Thank you.